As most of you know, I'm a retired social studies teacher and a historian. And throughout my study of history and my time in teaching it, I have never known or heard of or read about any one man who's been as destructive to our nation as the former president. I think we can reasonably say he's responsible for hundreds of thousands of deaths and so much more misery just from the pandemic alone. And it continues not directly because of him now, but because of the climate he made in this country. This dystopia where we have two nations believing in two different sets of facts. One is reality, and one is Kellyanne Conway said, alternate facts. There's no such thing as alternate facts. There's either facts or falsehoods. The COVID is just one area of what he's done. He has worked to destroy the faith in our elections. When everything certified as the most free and fair elections in our American history, with a 95 or 98% paper trail. In Georgia alone, 3 counts. One by machine in the beginning, one by hand, and one by machine again, and all 3 of them came out with the same thing. And the Republicans in the state are saying there were problems with the election. All because of his lie to say that he won. Well, he didn't win. He is a loser. And he knows he's a loser. The people around him encourage him, and his own ego encourages him to continue to downplay this past election, to say that he should be in, and to have the absolute stupid damn goal to think that he can come back into the office this month is beyond belief. And yet there are people out there who believe it. Millions, I think believe it. It's disgusting. And we are in such danger of losing our democracy. I don't think any country has been so close to losing their democracy since Germany in 1930s to Hitler. Certainly in the United States, I never would have thought been in this position. All my years of teaching, I would never have thought that our democracy could so easily be abrogated by one man who has no clue with the people he's supposedly identify with him. He's a billionaire. Most of them are middle or lower class that support him. Most of them are in some of the most rural areas of the country that support him. Unfortunately, the way the Electoral College is set up, it's like the Senate that gives way too much power to these states with so low populations. Wyoming has the same amount of power in the Senate as California. Alaska has the same amount of power in the Senate as New York. It is disgusting that this can be done. And the Electoral College is set up to be the same way. If you control these rural states, as many Republicans do, then you have more power in the Electoral College than the big states. Sure, if you get enough of the big states, you're going to win. But it's disgusting that there has not been a popular win by any Republican except the second vote for George W. Bush. He lost the popular vote in 2000 by almost 1 million votes. Donald Trump lost the popular vote in 2016 by over 3 million votes. And the second time he lost by over 7 million votes despite getting 75 million votes. So that tells you that there's something wrong with the whole system. And we have to stand firm and we can't hold back. Because what they are doing on top of everything else, these new voting laws that Georgia, Florida, Texas, and other places are putting in, disenfranchise the very people who made the difference in this last election, and that's people of color. And I can't emphasize how important this election of 2022 becomes. To the point today, Kevin McCarthy, the minority leader of the House of Representatives, said, when I get the gavel, when he expects he's going to be Speaker of the House in 2022, I'm going to be hard put not to hit Nancy Pelosi over the head with it. Such suggestion of violence just fits in with everything the Republican Party, the MAGA Republican Party, stands for now. Under this failed leader, the former president, it is up to us to make sure that our democracy is saved. And we have to get there. We have to make sure that Joe Biden, Joe Manchin, all of them go out there and get the Voting Rights Act settled, the John Lewis voting rights and beyond, to make sure that all of this bullshit that the Republicans are playing to play to him will end. Because the last thing in the world we need is the Republicans, the MAGA Republicans, to be back in power. So, ladies and gentlemen, I implore you to stand with me and stand with everyone to keep our democracy as it should be. We don't need another Adolf Hitler in the world. And that's what Donald Trump would like to be. An Adolf Hitler, a Putin, a Z, somebody with lifetime power.